Of course, this Saturday night is New Year's Eve, and lots of us will be celebrating. Lots of celebrations going on across the state, but we certainly want to ensure that everyone is safe. Obviously, fireworks can be dangerous if not used properly, but there is another thing to keep in mind that you probably don't think about too much: the air quality in and around where you're setting fireworks off. Joining us this morning is Dr. Jeffrey Kemp, Chief of Allergy and Immunology at Straub Medical Center. Good morning, Dr. Kemp. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, Dr. Kemp, as far as the weather goes, from now through the weekend this weekend, the winds are going to be relatively weak. The winds at night are even weaker than during the day, and at times they might even be calm. So with very little wind or no wind at all, that will leave some areas inundated with smoke from the fireworks. Now, when we think of fireworks safety, we usually think about how to handle them, not injuring yourself. But inhaling smoke from fireworks can be dangerous as well. So, Dr. Kemp, how toxic is the smoke from fireworks?
Well, absolutely, it's going to be a problem, especially if the trade winds are light, like you mentioned. You have the dust and the smoke, obviously, but there's also chemicals coming out of the fireworks after they're blown off. So it really depends on how much exposure. So if the winds are light, the exposure is going to be high, and how much you're blowing off. And I'm kind of worried that people are going to be a little exuberant this other coming out of conditions.
Yeah. So, Dr. Kemp, who's at most risk when they inhale smoke from the fireworks?
Well, anybody's at risk. It's just that people with allergies or asthma or even emphysema are at a higher risk because they have these underlying medical conditions.
So it's like Kapuna and Kiki too, right?
Absolutely.
So what are the symptoms? Like, let's say you're around fireworks and you're inhaling the smoke. What kind of symptoms may people experience that could signal that they might be in some dangerous conditions?
Well, the simple symptoms would be like itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing. People with asthma, though, may experience actually throat congestion, chest congestion, coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, and those are worrisome signs.
So what kind of tips would you have for anybody that would be around the smoke from the fireworks? What can they do to help mitigate these issues?
Well, don't burn fireworks if you can, and if you do, if you want to enjoy the fireworks, and obviously try to stay inside. If you have air conditioning, use air conditioning. These air purifiers actually work really well in this kind of condition. But really, it's avoidance. So if you don't have air conditioning, go find a friend who does have air conditioning. Go to the mall, movie theaters. Those are also good options.
And knowing is the most important thing. If you know that you have respiratory issues, or if you're older, or the kiki are around this, and then you might be have a little more danger than someone else, the average person. So how about long-term risks? Let's say you're around smoke a lot from fireworks, more than the average person. Can people have, ongoing problems from this?
Well, absolutely. And the bottom line is that if you have asthma or lung conditions, it can really lead to more permanent damage, and you could end up in the emergency room or even be hospitalized for this. So it's very important that if you do have asthma or emphysema or respiratory conditions, make sure you have your medications. Make sure the medication is not expired, and you have time to talk to your doctor. So I always tell my patients before exposure to New Year's fireworks, smoke, to pre-medicate, or you have a different kind of medication plan to get on as preparation, as a prevention kind of thing.
Great tips, all of that, Dr. Kemp. We really appreciate you joining us this morning. We don't usually look at this when we think of fireworks safety, and it's something to consider, especially this time of the year, especially with the weather conditions that we're going to have this
Absolutely,
weekend.
and please don't forget your pets too.
Of course, never forget your pets. Thank you very much, Dr. Kemp.
Thank you.